What is up, everybody? In this video, we're going to go over how to customize the client portal domain or URL, right? So this is for people that are using Highlevel that are creating a course, a membership area, a portal, a community inside Highlevel, and you do not want to be using this ugly domain that is set up from the very beginning when you create your sub account, right? So as you can see here, it's very long, doesn't make sense, it looks like spam, the whole entire night. Now, there's two ways you can customize this portal URL link. And I'm going to show you exactly how. The one that I recommend, the way that I recommend is that you do want to already buy a domain or have a domain available to use, right? As your client portal URL. And you don't have to use the root domain. You can we're going to be doing a subdomain. So it's going to be portal.yourdomain.com, or it's going to be members.yourdomain.com, whatever it is, but we're going to have a subdomain in the very beginning. Now, in the very beginning, it's going to look something like this, right? And you're going to have your URL in the very top. And as you can see, it's very long, doesn't make sense, a bunch of letters, words, it doesn't look good, right? So what we're going to do is you're going to go to the left-hand side, sign into your Highlevel account, go to the left-hand side, make sure you're signed in, of course, to your sub account, and then scroll all the way to the left bottom side, and you're going to see memberships. Once you click on memberships, you're going to click on the top part where it says client portal dropdown, click on settings. Once you are there, click on that first one over here that says domain setup. Click on that. And here are the two ways you can customize your portal URL. So number one, if you do not have a domain available, you haven't purchased a domain, but you want to have something that is at least to your brand, what you can do is on the very top part here where it says customize your client portal subdomain. So instead of having all these random letters and numbers, like how we have it currently, you can switch that out right away without a domain, just directly here for whatever your something in regards to your product or your offer or your brand name. In this case, let me say if I just do GHL starter kit. And if it is available, right, I can use that. I can click on update domain and boom, that's done. So when I go back over here to the dashboard, you're going to be able to see here it's ghlstarterkit.app.clientclub.net. Now, it's a little bit better, but of course, it still has the .app, the .client club, and it's not 100% customized just yet. Now, let's say you do have a domain that you want to use solely for your domain setup or your client portal. What we can do here is we can do, let's say, portal dot whatever your domain is, right? So let's say I'm doing ghlstarterkit.com. I can do that one. In this case, I'm going to do members. So I'm going to do members. Let me do here members.ghlstarterkit.com. So this domain I own, right? And I have it signed in over here on the DNS side. So we're going to do it right now together. So you have to own it and you have to have access to your DNS records. Okay. So go over here to advanced DNS and able to add the record there to make this happen. If you're in GoDaddy, it's probably going to do this automatically. If you're not in GoDaddy, you're going to probably have to do it manually like how I'm doing it here with you guys. In this case, I'm going to be doing members.ghlstarterkit.com. But this very first part, right, whatever's in front of your domain, it can really be anything, right? It can be portal dot. It can be, circle dot. It can be membership. It can be members. It can be area, whatever you want. It can be login. It doesn't really matter. But I would definitely not do your root domain, right? So you have to always do a subdomain, because if your root domain is already used for your website, it's going to conflict. So don't do that. So always make sure you have a subdomain, which means you have something in front and then dot. Okay. So in this case, and then for most of you, portal dot, whatever your domain is going to work perfectly. Or in this case, members. That's another good one. So member or members with an S you can do. Once you have everything typed out in there, you can click on add domain. And then from here, You're going to either be able to do it manually. So you can click on this where it says add record manually if you want to see the records to add manually yourself. Or if you want to see if there's an automatic feature in this case, like if it's in GoDaddy, it will do it automatically. If it's not in GoDaddy, or sorry, if it's not in a domain registrar where it does it automatically, they will just give you the manual records to add. And in this case, that's what's going to happen over here because Namecheap doesn't have a automatic feature just yet. So it's going to give me the DNS records to add. And I'm simply, as you can see, here's 3 records. So record type, or it's 1 record. Record type is CNAME. The host is members. And then the required value is this guy. So what I want you to do is I want you to go into your domain. Let's copy the host first. Go over here, click on add record. It's going to be a CNAME. Here you're going to paste in the host, right? You see how it says host there? Host. Paste it in. And then the target, that's where you're going to copy this one where it says required value. Copy it here from this little square. Do not do it here because there's more things to this, all right? So always copy it with this little icon here. Once you see the little check, come back over here, paste that in there, and bam. Now you're going to click on Save Changes. Make sure it's saved. Once it's saved and you're good to go, then you're going to go back to Highlevel and you're going to verify records. Now, the moment that you add this record in, most likely it's not going to go through just yet because it still has to propagate, and maybe the system hasn't acknowledged that you did add that DNS yet. As you can see here, sometimes it can require up to 30 seconds. So just give it a few minutes for it to go through correctly. So if you do see that error, like exactly how we see it here, just make sure that you verify it again. Okay, because once you've added it, it's basically just takes a few more minutes or seconds, and then it will give you the success. Okay, so let's give it a few seconds here. I'm actually going to wait until it gives me the check mark, like, hey, success, you've added it. So like that, we can refresh the page, and you're going to see how this portal link changes from this to the new one that we just created. I'm going to give it a minute actually here, but as you can see here, as long as you see the actual record inside your domain registrar, you're going to be good. Just give it a few seconds. I'm actually going to do that just now, and then we'll be right back. And there you go. As you can see here, once it grays out and you cannot kind of change it, that means that it has been connected, right? If you ever want to change it or modify it, you can click on it by that little pencil right here where it says modify. So if you ever want to change the subdomain or the domain that we're using, just do that. If you ever want to delete it, you can click on the 3 dots and click on delete domain. But now once we've done that, right, and we've updated the domain, when we go over here to the portal, we can now go over here to the dashboard, and you're going to see, bam, that's the new link, which is members.jhlstarterkit.com. I can copy that, come over here, and then it does take some time to propagate. Sometimes it doesn't go straight to the portal itself. But if you do see it over here in the dashboard, just give it a few minutes, like maybe another 5 minutes, and then you're going to see that the portal now goes to your new domain or that custom domain for the client portal. Okay. I hope that was super valuable for you guys. If you do have any questions about, the portal itself or the domain, if you're having any errors, just let me know in the comments. If you love this video, like it down below. Subscribe to the channel if you want to learn and master Highlevel. I'm going to break it down from top to bottom. And really just, give away the knowledge that took me so long to learn, to either do it for yourself. And if you want to sell Highlevel services or become a Highlevel expert for a business owner, here is where you're going to be able to get that education and training and not kind of have to figure it out all on yourself. And of course, if you are a business owner, this is really, really good for you to understand as well. So like that, you can delegate it and really just use the software, maximize the software for your business to go to the next level. All right, guys. Well, other than that, I'll see you on the next video.